Hey, it's Andy at Turbo's Toy Box. We're just wandering around. My buddy here, RandomRob's over, hanging out, looking at the Stomper, playing with junk, talking about YouTube videos and how many shares and likes. And apparently you guys like his video about my truck even better than my own video about my truck. So I don't know, that's kind of baloney. I'm not sure what you're doing, but we're going to do a quick walk around because I've done a bunch of stuff to it that probably either you have or you haven't seen, or maybe I talked about or didn't talk about. So he's asking a bunch of stuff about the truck, and I'm like, I don't know, didn't you see the video? He's like, you didn't make a video. So here you go. So the truck's sitting in the garage. So the video is all going to be real up close stuff because there's a bunch of cars in the way and I don't really feel like moving them today. But there's the Stomper as it's been. But the biggest thing is like the hydro assist steering. So I know I did a video like the test of the hydro assist. I don't know if I actually ever got into like what was done or how we did it, but as per most, but drill and tap the steering gearbox. On the top side you drill into the pressure vane, and here on the side you just drill into the vane housing. A lot of guys say you got to tear the box apart and do all kinds of stuff. Honestly, I just put a lot of grease on a drill bit, held a magnet against the drill bit while I drilled it, and was able to get most of the metal chips out like that. And then I pushed a magnet in the hole afterwards and cleaned it repeatedly until I wasn't getting any more metal shavings on my magnet. Put it all together, and once I got it bled, I haven't had any issues. So I think my way worked. I'm going to say it worked adequately. I don't know that maybe, the other way's better, but I haven't had any problems, so that's good. Use the surplus hydraulics ram. It's an 1.5-inch cylinder, 6-inch stroke. A bunch of information I found on the old Marlin Crawler forums and Pirate 4x4 about the DIY hydro assist on the cheap. Some bracketry that we welded up. Goes in the housing, and bracket that we welded right on the tie rod. Trail gear, high steer, but no, seems to work really well. Before the truck, when you had the front differential locked, even in dirt, you could not turn the truck at all. And now, you can drive it down blacktop and it steers, locked just as well as it does open. So I did do the porting, or drilling out the pressure port on the power steering pump ram. Pop this hood open here. So seen guys saying, oh, my hydro assist doesn't work that well and I don't know what's going on. Well, so where the metal line, this metal line, where that hooks on to the pump, right behind that, there's actually like a restrictor port adapter, and we took that port and drilled it out. I have to look up the exact, but I think it was like, I forget, 13/64 or something drill bit. We drilled that out and gave us a great response on the hydraulic assist steering. It does, it literally drives like it did stock. So Rob's checking out the windshield washer fluid reservoir. A lot of four-wheelers don't have that kind of stuff, but we're aiming for creature comfort, so yeah. But no, engine's built up, it's 10.5-to-1 compression, shaved head, shaved block. It's got the engine builder 261 crawler cam in it with dual valve springs, Doug Thorley tri-Y header, big 3-core aluminum radiator, electric fan. Just an open element cheap air filter. We did upgrade the brake master and booster with components from 1994 second generation V6 Toyota 4Runner, bigger bore. The transmission behind it is forward shift transmission out of a similar generation 4Runner. And then we've got a trail gear adapter, 23 spline adapter with second transfer case. Also both stock gearing, 228 gearing. The twin stick on the rear case. So the truck's got a 6-point roll cage in it. Goes through the floor. Wraps around the dash nice and tight. Tried to wrap in tight to the cab, and then we plucked it through the roof line and brought it out above the drip rail. And the main hoop is actually in the box. Try and keep the as much interior cab space open as possible. So in the bed of the truck, we've got 16-gallon fuel cell. We've got a secondary battery mounted back here, so we got some extra power for winching. Got a off-road anonymous bracket holding a fire extinguisher on the rear quarter fender here. We've got old school aluminum Coleman cooler with some turnbuckles tied down in the floor of the box, so we always got some cold beverages. High lift jack. Again, I just took some, 1/2-inch bolts with washers threaded and locked right through the floor of the box. A couple of wing nuts holding the high lift jack into place. In the bed, I've got a little Husky toolbox, a box that I found Black Friday clearance, 99 bucks. It's whatever, 280 piece toolkit or something like that. Just good stuff to have for you with you on the trail, sealed in its own thing, bungee corded into place. And then I've got this big plastic toolbox that I found at Tractor Supply. But this is where you want to camp, you want to keep stuff dry. Got a tarp in there, whatever you want. So when we went winter camping, we kept our clothes in there. We kept some food in there to keep stuff, high and dry and out of the weather, and easy access. So currently the truck has been serving duties as a watering vehicle for the trees at the new house. So got this sweet hitch rack that was given to me by a friend, and then a 55-gallon water tank that was given to me by another friend that we just got ratchet strapped into place. But the tank had a 5/8 hose outlet barb on it, so we went ahead and cut off a garden hose and hooked a hose to it. And the height of the truck, it makes a great gravity feed watering system for the plants and trees around the property. So this is I would say a poor man's side-by-side, but honestly I probably got more into it than a new Polaris Ranger. So, but yeah, this is what we've been up to lately. Always working on something else. If you guys got any questions, I know I've got other videos on the truck, but yeah, typical Toyota build, right? 529s, RCVs, welded rear end, IFS front hub conversion kit, space the front out, plus the 1.5-inch wheel spacers, -12 offset wheels, the Dirty Life bead locks with the 37-inch MTRs. Oh, just a good fun old truck. So really, so as beat as this is, I mean it's beat. Look at that. Doors still open and close like butter. Click, click. Yeah. Welded sliders. Saving the cab. Look at the box side though. Ugh. Oh. Jeremy Rose took me up a trail at Windrock Park that kind of bit into the old side of the truck, but hey, there was only 2 or 3 of us that made it, and this was one, so that'll happen.